We are now on the Oubliette. So for the rare and very rare battles, there's gonna be two in this video. And this first one, my theme is gonna be Ramza with Beowulf and Raze. He helps them out, Gotta include the underrated couple of Final Fantasy Tactics. So for this rare battle, it says Time Mage, Summoner, Monk, Red Panther, Ahriman, Knight. So Ahriman, those guys with the eye, and they float around and stuff. But we don't have it here. We do have the Time Mage, so if the battle has like one of the enemies listed, I'll consider it the rare or very rare battle. At least that applies to Midlight's Deep, in my opinion. And Ramza is just, man. Oh, wait, no, there's the Ahriman. I think. The yellow one. But yeah, you see Move Plus 3 doing some work on Midlight's Deep. Even though teleport's better. And arguably even Fly, but I don't like the way Fly looks. On a black chocobo, it's cute though, because chocobos are awesome. And here comes a Holy Breath. Oh, it's kind of weak. I don't think I have Arcane Strength on her though for this build. I think I was trying something else. Hits pretty hard though if you can get the Holy Breath to hit multiple times. I've heard, and again, this depends on everyone's situation. I mean, I want to say I've had better luck with these AoE attacks like Nether Mantra, Sky Mantra, and Raze's Holy Breath. Supposedly they're like, oh, it increased in more of the lions. I don't know about that. I've had times where it hit very, very well, and other times it did not. So I'd love to see a test being done. If not, I'll do the test, and we're gonna test the accuracy, of the PS1 and War of the Lions, because I've seen it fail miserably on War of the Lions, and I've used those attacks quite a bit on my save file. So there's Beowulf taking some hits, but he is pretty tanky. His wife, or actually technically fiance, because they're not married yet. I think the only married people are Delita and Ovelia. And of course the king and the queen. But we don't see the king and the queen ever. They're kind of like off-screen characters. Which was pretty cool in terms of storytelling. Rarely see that in video games. Like such important people. And I believe we go for a Chirigi Raden. Oh man, looks beautiful. I'm glad they threw it in for the City NT. It's one of Ramza's HP attacks. And it's beautiful. And he says, my blade is unrivaled. And I think none can challenge my blade, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really play as Ramza much in Dissidia NC. Dissidia NC was honestly just a bad game. I'm sort of deviating off of this battle as Beowulf teleports away. But I'm still watching my gameplay here. Not like some of these pleb Call of Duty commentators who don't watch their gameplay and just talk about stuff. Which I don't really like. They gotta watch their gameplay. And, he ends it with the trade. But in terms of Dissidia NT being a bad game is because, they had Koei Tecmo develop it. And the direction of the game was not for Final Fantasy players. Like, Final Fantasy players want to play a game, with the story. They want to see some cool Easter eggs, like, fan fiction interactions between the different characters in the games, which is why Dissidia 1 on the PSP in the City 012 did really, really well. Because, you got to see, like, Cloud talk to, Cecil, Furion, whoever. In the City 012 as well. I get to see, Tifa talk with Kane and all that. Like, people want to see that. And fight for fun. 1v1, not 3 versus 3. That's like MOBA stuff. So this is the very rare battle here. We also got Scott Steiner. He's flying in. Oh, man. One of my favorite pro wrestlers of all time. The WCW era. To me, that was like the golden age of pro wrestling. Like, that even the names, like Booker T. I should name Biblo something, though. Not sure who I should name him. Maybe Razor Ramon. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. But I always got to include Scott Steiner and Booker T. But, you never know what's going to happen in life. Like, he was a legend, and, some people will say Kevin Nash. I've never even met a pro wrestler, now that I think about it, in person before. So I've heard various things about, these people. Like, oh, he's nice, he's not nice, But who knows? A lot going on in their mind. 4% chance, it looks like, that orders got into disable. And we do run into another order. So you can find and encounter one in the Oubliette, another place, but it's also very rare. They tend to be hard to find just throughout this game. And the female order looks better than the male, in my opinion. A bit more cute. Whereas, like, the crown, like a queen does. Let's see what Biblos does on her. RNG, and she gets slapped. The archer goes after Biblos, but Biblos has a lot of HP. Not as much as the Greater Hydra family, or the Hydra family with the Tiamats and the Greater Hydra. Even the Hydra is quite strong. And let's see what Tri-Thunder does here. 777, lucky 7s on both targets. So this was the very rare battle. The first one was the rare battle. I try and mix it up. If the uncommon has something cool, I'm going to show it as well. But nothing cool yet. But if you're tuning in, we do see something cool later. So thank you all so much for watching. This was the end of this upload of the Oubliette in Midlight Steep. If you want to encounter these, go on in. I don't really recommend it, though. I just recommend watching, seeing it. But before you click off, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. If you don't want to give me money and give money to Pokimane instead, the least you can do is like, comment, and subscribe. But anyways, thank you all so much. Have a great one, and I'll see you on the next upload.